Thanks for watching Keeping It Real Sports.
Yes, sir. Rock Yassin, Keeping It Real Sports.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, man.
Hey, Taylor Rapp here from the LA Rams. Shout out to Steve Taylor, the real sports guy, and the honorary Ram. When Steve's talks sports, you better listen. Thanks, Steve from the Rams, for your continued support and love.
With Prince Bell, we rocking with Keeping It Real Sports, and we gonna be on this. We gonna be on a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Come on. Told you I got you. Wanna talk about the game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Say your boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is, the real sports guy in the sand. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, and it's over. OVA, game over, they don't play. From the fourth quarter to the ninth inning, NASCAR wheels keep spinning. To the 18th hole, he's still in control. Guy on the go. Coach never missing the play, cause he know the deal. This keeping it real. Sports. Come on. Keeping it real. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, indeed, it is the hype show. It is the day. It is the game. We don't need to put teams with it. You know what we're talking about. We're going to give you everything you need to know about the game. Hype videos, check. We got them. Guess to break down the game, check. We got them. Reasons that either team can win, check. We got them. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't give you my latest view of how the top college teams look. We'll do that and much more. Plus, I'm going to give you more winners in my pick six because that's what I do. It's the extended edition of Keeping It Real Sports, the game. I've got guys in place, man. I can't wait to get to this one. We got a huge show for you, but as I always do, I can't wait to tell you what. What's hot off the presses? Who you got? Ohio State or Michigan? Lines have been officially drawn in the sand. It's either or. You cannot not pick. We've got all of the controversy out of the way. We know about the Michigan sign stealing scandal. We know that Harbaugh has been suspended. We know that they accepted the suspension. We know that they fired coaches that withheld information to investigators. We know about that. All of that is starting to settle. We know about all of that. We know about the Harbaugh record before the scandal. And we know about it after the scandal. We know about the Connor Stallions deal. We know about that guy. We know about the timeline. Well, we know that the head coach of Michigan will not be present for this football game. So, man, we got so much to talk about. Man, I can't wait to get into much more of this. I got all my people in line. I got Floyd Campbell. He's a Michigan fan, man. I can't wait to get him in here and talk about this. But to get us hype, man, we got to talk nothing but nothing goes like a hype video. Let's boil the blood a little bit. Check this out.
They say that iron sharpens iron. The truth is, greatness needs a counterpart.
Two of the oldest and bitterest rivals in Big Ten football history.
A GOAT needs to believe there is somebody out there who's just as determined.
If you take it to them, if you don't make mistakes, and you keep taking it to them, hell, there's no question.
Somebody working harder. Somebody better.
It's Ohio State and Michigan, and in most cases, that's really all you need to say.
In Ann Arbor, Michigan.
But champions aren't defined in victory, they're defined in defeat. How they respond, just how deep they're willing to dig, through force of will and steely resolve.
Right now, we wait for this moment, right now, together. We need everybody in this room, together. Where would you rather be? Right here, right now with your brother!
The marquee blazes bright as an equal to the throne gets that chance once more.
Don't let that thing stand in the way! No way!
Legacies will be defined.
And they're tearing down Michigan's dominant and banner.
It's a clash of titans, and they're playing for keeps. Will the seismic power measure up, or does greatness dig in and defend yet again?
Love for your family, love for your teammates, love to win, love to compete, and love to fight. It's time!
My man in here, my first guest today is, man, one of the coaches at Whitmer, man, and the avid Michigan fan, man. Let's get him in. Floyd Campbell, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing, Steve?
Man, fantastic, man. Hey, man, look here, man. I know you headed, man, up north, man, to that game. I thought you would be there by now. What's going on, man?
Well, you know, I had to stop by and give my little tidbits in on this big rival game. So I'm running behind, but it's for a good reason, you know, to help you out, brother. And I'm happy to be on the show.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, man, well, then we'll get right into it, man. Hey, look, let's talk about the most at stake, man. When we look at this, which team, Ohio State or Michigan, both of them great seasons, man. This is the fifth time both of these teams have come into this affair undefeated now. Both teams now 11-0 coming into this. Number 2 against number 3. I mean, say it out loud, man. This is the game that's going to decide how college football is going to play out. This is the beginning of the playoffs, believe it or not. So who has them? Go ahead.
It's easy to say that, you know, the winner of this game possibly could be the national champion. It's so much at stake. And I think, you know, you hear the term of playing with house money. I think Michigan is kind of playing with house money right now. They've won the last 2. You know, Jim Harbaugh's on the sideline. Michigan is taking this attitude of, you know, Michigan versus everybody. You know, nothing to take away from Coach Moore. He's done a great job as an intern coach. And but all the pressure's on Ohio State and Coach Day. You know, he's 41-2 in regular season conference games, and those 2 losses are to Michigan. So I think it's a lot of pressure on Ohio State Nation to come out of Ann Arbor with a victory, and it's so many storylines, so much on the line, and I'm excited for the kickoff.
Yeah, I absolutely am too, man. Look, let me just beg to differ for a bit to who has the most at stake in this one, okay? Buckeye fans going to be probably eye raised a bit, but who has the most at stake at this to lose? It's Texas A&M. And why do I say that? Because Texas A&M already has feelers out. They've already talked to the Ryan Day camp. I'm telling you, this is going on under the scenes. If Ryan Day loses this game, Floyd, if Ryan Day drops this game here, I mean, this is why we brought you here. We didn't care about the other games. We don't give a damn about the other games. It's today. It's today. You show up today. If you lose today, especially to an interim coach today, you're probably the noise will turn up a lot. Tomorrow, you'll hear a lot more about Texas A&M lurking. Texas A&M is hoping that Michigan shows up and shows out today. That is what Texas A&M is hoping for, because they're big fish hunting, and that is the big fish that they're hunting. So that's something that Buckeye fans definitely want to keep their eye on.
Yes, that's very true. And as I stated, Coach Day is 41-2 in Big Ten games. Those 2 losses are to Michigan. So we both know that, you know, this rival if you can't beat that rival team, Michigan or Ohio State, you're on the hot seat. And it's just that simple. As great as Coach Day's been at Ohio State with his resume, with the record there, you haven't gotten over the hump. And like you said, his seat is going to be extremely hot. I mean, on fire if they come up short today here.
Okay. Hey, we got Floyd Campbell in here talking about the big game. Floyd, when I look at this thing, which defense has the most at stake today? The Buckeye defense or the Wolverine defense?
Well, I you know what? I think that's an even match. The Buckeye defense has really stepped up later in the season here, and we know what Michigan brings that defensive line with Big Graham causing havoc up there. I really think that with the standard, I think Michigan has more at stake because, once again, we're at home. You know, we're in front of our home fans. Even though we have an interim coach, we still know what we have to do. There's no getting up for this game. You're ready for this game in the offseason, in the midseason, and right now, before kickoff. So being at home, I think Michigan has a lot to prove. Some people say their strength of schedule wasn't as strong as it normally is. So this is the biggest test for them all season. And I think that with the way Travion Henderson's been running the ball for Ohio State, it is a tremendous challenge for them to dominate Ohio State's offensive line and cause some havoc there.
That's why I like talking to you, because, see, you get it. You understand what this is all about, man.
Yes.
The homerism to a degree, but it goes out of the window, man. Man, let's talk about quarterbacks. Which quarterback has the most at stake, man? McCarthy or McCord?
Oh, most definitely McCarthy. He's been here. He's been in this big game. We've seen what he can do. So, and he's kind of struggled down the stretch. The passing game has kind of struggled. It'll be nice to see them get off early to the passing game, get Loveland involved, get Roman Wilson involved, get Johnson involved, get those guys involved, and then you can get usually it's the opposite way. You start with the run and get the pass involved. I think Michigan needs to get the passing game going and then get with the run. And on the other side, McCord, he's struggled. He's been up and down. This is going to be the toughest environment that he's ever experienced. If they have to rely on him going down the stretch, it's going to be tough. I really think JJ has a lot more at stake with him being a seasoned veteran. If McCord comes in and play well, then, good for him. We just have to wait and see what happens.
Once again, man, spot on, my friend, man. Man, McCarthy has the more at stake is this one because, man, if he comes down to earth and he loses to McCord, oh my gosh, the sky is crashing in.
Yes.
The thing about McCord that I've, made Buckeye fans, push back on. See, Buckeye fans look at the big play and they look at the glory, and they're not looking at the little things that this guy does, He is not just a game manager, but when the game is on the line and the rubber meets the road, go back into that hostile environment at Notre Dame when he took
That's very true.
On the muscle. Exactly, man. He's a finisher, and he's got that out pitch called Marvin Harrison Jr. And this dude has scored touchdowns in his last 7 games, man. Kyle McCord is a lot better than Buckeye fans want to give him credit for, man. I've been begging for them to back up off of this guy all year because, I understand what this kid has inherited. All he's done is won. He is never not won. What more do you want from the kid?
Here's the thing, Steve. The expectations in Columbus are unattainable. And that's just what they've come to do with their program. McCord had gained my respect, like you said, in that Notre Dame game. A lot of grit and grind, went in there, took his team down on the final drive and won that game. And that's where he's grown over the season. And like you said, a lot of people haven't given him the credit that he deserves. I tell you what, I expect Michigan to have a kind of a blanket coverage on Harrison, one of the best receivers, is the best receiver in college football. If he gets Stover down the middle early and get that comfort zone with Stover, it's going to be some problems. I'll tell you that right now.
The Buckeyes have so many weapons. It's not just one guy, man.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, Floyd Campbell, and I want you to tell me from, your journalistic point of view, not the homer in you. I need your journalistic point of view. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm a big Michigan guy. I grew up a Michigan fan. I've seen this rival go back and forth, and this game is going to be a lot tighter than people think. Michigan hasn't played as well as we've seen them play down the stretch, and Ohio State is kind of peaking right now. So it's gonna go down the wire, but I gotta give it to the boys in blue in Ann Arbor. It's going to be tight. I'm going to say 38-35 Michigan. Go blue, baby.
Ooh, you expecting a shootout, man. Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, taking time out of your busy day, man, to join me on this great day, the day of the game, man. I appreciate you, man. That's my main man, Floyd Campbell. Hey, look here, Floyd, before I let you get out of here, hey, look, I always do a pick six. Now, every week, I give you an NFL pick six. Look, if you've been picking with me, you've been doing nothing but winning. Because I win, man.
Yeah.
66 games in, I picked. We're 46-20, okay? So, this is my pick six of this week. Appreciate you, Floyd.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Week,
yes.
Now 46-20 on the season. Week 12 begins with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Bad news for Cincinnati this week as Joe Burrow is out for the season with a bad wrist. Even the backup, not looking good. Jake Browning. What else isn't looking good? Well, it's the Pittsburgh offense. They've got their own share of problems. Kenny Pickett's play or Matt Canada's play calling? Well, we don't have to worry about the latter because Matt Canada has been let go, fired this week. I expect an uptick in play from the Pittsburgh. I know that they have that defense to show up. It'll show out. That is why I like Pittsburgh to win this one, 24-13. Our second game is the rookie versus Houston and Jacksonville Part 2. The rookies played well of late, but the Jacksonville Jaguars come flying in with a bunch of playmakers. Sunshine being the main culprit. The way that the rookie has played lately, have you paid attention to that? I'm talking about C.J. Stroud. 300-yard passing days in his last 3 games. I expect more of that, especially since he's found his target, the Farmer and Dale. Man, Texans are rolling the Texans in this one, 27-24. That brings me to the Buffalo Bills against the Philadelphia Eagles. This here, people, can be the game of the day. Buffalo's had a lot to cheer about last week as they found their footing after firing its offensive coordinator. Joe Brady has his team starting to soar well, and we saw an uptick in play, in particular from Josh Allen. But the power of the Philadelphia Eagles, brotherly shove, always leaves you something to worry about. This game is going to be won. The ability of Josh Allen to navigate a Philadelphia Eagle defense who grounded Patrick Mahomes in its last outing. That's enough for me to believe in the Eagles to be able to carry over. Take the Eagles in this one, 31-20. That gets us to the Sunday night affair. That's going to be Lamar against Herbert. This one here is going to be a barn burner. Baltimore takes its road show out to take on those high-flying Chargers with a defense that has been wrecking it on both sides of the ball and showing the ability to knock quarterbacks out of the game. Here, they've shown the big play ability on offense, making them a dangerous bunch. Being able to run a football, as well as throw it deep. That's enough for me. You know I like Lamar Jackson. Give the Ravens in this one, 24-21. And that gets me to the Mahomes as he welcomes a familiar foe. There's been a lot of explaining about near misses going on in Kansas City here lately. Receivers dropping passes. A lot of near misses, game plans being dialed up. Things not looking quite right since Eric Public Bieniemy left. Can Kansas City get this thing turned around? Well, I think they'll turn around enough when they get out west and they face a familiar opponent in the Vegas Raiders. I believe in Patrick Mahomes, and I believe in the match of the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe they'll go over 22 points this week. Give me the Chiefs, 31-16. The lock of the week. And my lock of the week is Tampa Bay taking on in Indianapolis. Well, what do I like about it? Being that the Indianapolis defense has been very stingy. If you really look inside the numbers, the defense has been one of the league all year. In particular, in turning over their opponent. 16 tackles, 11 INTs. It's a very opportunistic bunch. You have to be careful when you take this bunch on because they are very stingy, giving up only 228 yards per game. But the thing that I like is Baker Mayfield and what he brings to the table. I like the defense of the Buccaneers, and I like the big play capability. Give me the Buccaneers in this one, 23-19. So there you go. That was my pick six of this week, man. I am having such a good time. Glad you could join me for all of the Ohio State, Michigan hype, man. Destiny is calling. Check this out.
Everything that you thought had meaning. Every hope, dream, or moment of happiness. None of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not!
Ohio State versus Michigan, two of the greatest powerhouses in the sport, and the greatest rivalry in the sport. But it's not just a rivalry, it's a battle. It's a battle not for the weak, but for the strong. It's a battle that will bring sorrows or happiness. It's a battle that will make your legacy, or tarnish your legacy. The fans don't like each other. The players don't like each other. It's a never-ending loop. So how will you prepare? This is your time to show what you're made of. This is the time to prove yourself for the next 60 minutes. Lives will change. Spirits will be broken.
What does this game come down to? I think whoever is able to maximize their edge wins. Now notice, I didn't say who can kind of make up for their own weakness. I mean, who can lean into their haymaker, their plan A, their fastball, their ace, and have that be the differentiating factor.
Destiny is calling.
They've been engaging in a rivalry that is truly second to none. Woody Hayes, Mo Schembechler on Ohio State supported the trip to the Rose Bowl. Settle down and play football.
You got it. Don't get much better than this. Ohio State, Michigan. And people, let's look at how I see the top 6 teams in this week's top 10. And when I look at the top 10 teams in this top 10, I got to start with actually really number 6. Number 6 is Florida State. I have Florida State number 6, not just because of Jordan Travis. I have him number 6 because of the way they've been playing. If their main win has been LSU, then you kind of got to not like what's going on if you're Florida State. They got a big one today against Florida. Upset alert, Florida State today, but we got them at number 6. Number 5, waiting to get into the top 4 after the big game today, will be the Oregon Ducks, because no one's playing better than the Oregon Ducks. Bo Nix has it going on, completing over 80% of his passes. People, this is kind of crazy when you look at it. 80% of his passes. This guy is a Heisman, definitely one of the finalists. Also a Heisman finalist is Michael Penix Jr. I've got Washington at number 4 coming in. At number 3, I've got the Michigan Wolverines or the Connor Stallions, whichever you want to please, you might like. The Buckeyes of Ohio State number 2, and the Georgia Bulldogs number 1. That's kind of how I have this thing all broken down. And, man, I've got guys popping in from everywhere, man. Marty is a little bit late. We're going to get him in here in a minute. I've got Garrison Diehl, man, on site at Michigan. He is in Ann Arbor. Going to attempt to get him in the fray and talk a little bit Ohio State, Michigan. I can't wait to see what Mortgage Marty has to say. But without further ado, let's bring in my man, the myth, the legend, the man known as the Garrison Diehl. He is an NCAA broadcaster. Welcome to the show, Garrison Diehl. Garrison, how the hell are you today this morning?
Steve, it's great to be here with you, man. We got a beautiful background at the stadium, and it's going to be a heck of a matchup. How you doing today?
Man, fantabulous, man. Man, you got everybody going on. Hey, man, what's going on in Michigan, man? How's the weather out there?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. We were approaching 40 degrees. It was really cold this morning, but people are bundling up. We're at the golf course. It took my wife and I about 45 minutes just to go a mile, but it's all worth it. Ann Arbor is completely maize and blue, and then you got all kinds of scarlet and gray all over the place too. So it's gonna be fun. It's my first time ever being live at one of the games, so we're stoked, man. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, hey, look here. Let's get right into it, man. Who has the most at stake in your opinion, man? Ohio State or Michigan?
That's a great question, Steve. And when you take a look at this matchup, I gotta say I believe that Ohio State does, because Ohio State losing 2 straight in this rivalry coming in today with all the pressure on Michigan. I think the biggest chip is on Ohio State to come in and get the victory today. And I mean, losing 3 straight in this rivalry doesn't happen often. So I really believe Michigan has all the pressure, and Ohio State has the bigger chip.
Yeah. Okay. Jay, it's no Harbaugh, obviously, man. Who has the most at stake? They or Harbaugh?
That's a tough question. I gotta say, I think that Ryan Day, his job is on the line. Let's talk about it. Let's be honest. If he loses 3 straight to Michigan, no matter what he's done, I really believe that this is going to be the make or break game for Ryan Day. So I think the pressure's on him. Harbaugh, I think a lot of is yet to be determined in the scandal. But Harbaugh's not going to be on the sideline today, as we know. So I believe all the pressure is on Ryan Day.
Who's got the most at stake today? The defense. In the defense, the Buckeye defense or the Wolverine defense?
Man, it's going to be tough. You got Marvin Harrison on one side, but I really believe it's going to be the Ohio State defense that's going to make the difference. If they can slow down Michigan's running game, we're talking about a Michigan team at Penn State that ran the football 32 times in a row. I mean, if you can shut down that Michigan run game today, I believe the Ohio State Buckeyes are going to have themselves a nice trip back to Columbus. So I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Garrison, man. It's the counter plays, man, that Michigan makes its money on. But what the Buckeyes have to do is they have to contain those outside, man. Michigan gets the big plays when they bounce it outside, man, wide. If they can keep those counter plays, man, bunched in and keep those 2 backs from getting outside, man, they can have a pretty good day, I think. And the biggest thing I'm going to ask you, quarterbacks at stake, who's got the most?
Going into the season, J.J. McCarthy being a Heisman candidate hopeful, you would have thought it would have been him coming into this game. But given the way the season's gone, I have to go with McCourt. I think that he can make his legacy cemented here today, win at Michigan, punch their ticket to Indianapolis. I think he's got more to play for. JJ's going to go out and do his thing, but you got to wonder how healthy has he really been the last couple of weeks, considering how much Michigan continuously runs the football. So that's been something that I've been observing watching the games, and so I think the court has more proof.
Okay, and then the big question that I got to ask you, man. Hey, man, who you got, man?
Well, I'll tell you what. Before I tell you who I got, I'm going to bring in a very special guest picker.
Please do.
I got with me today Lieutenant Colonel and Managing Partner at Farm Bureau Insurance of Michigan, one of my partners at Farm Bureau, Alex Garn, a 2015 graduate of the University of Michigan Ross Business School, MBA. Alex, how's it feel to be here today?
It feels amazing. This is my first Michigan.
Okay, Alex.
Just glad to be here, be part of the tradition, this robbery. You can just sense and feel the energy today. Just blessed to be here, especially with my good friend Garrison.
Great to be here. So, Alex, go ahead.
How confident is Alex? Can you ask him how confident is he today in his Wolverines?
How confident are you today?
Well, they're my team. I'm always confident. I'm going to support them 100%. They're going to win 31-21.
31-21. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Let's go Blue.
Go Blue! Woo!
While I got Garden here with me, I'm a born Buckeye. Well, I was born in Toledo, but I was raised in Michigan. And then I came out a Notre Dame fan, right? So I'm right in the middle, completely neutral today. Steve, I got to tell you, I really think that this game is going to be close. 3 quarters, but I think the Buckeyes, sorry, Garden, with everything they have on their shoulders, they're going to come away with this one 34-21. Ohio State comes into Michigan and punches their ticket into Indianapolis.
See, that's why I like you, Garrison. That's exactly why. I like you, Garrison. You understand what the heck is going on. Garrison, man, I appreciate you taking time out, man, of your busy schedule, man, giving me a little bit of time, man, on this great day. Hey, man, we got to sit down, man. I can't wait to get you on the show, man, and just chop it up because you're just so good at what you do. I'm a big fan of what you do, man, and I can't wait, man, till we get together again.
I appreciate that, Steven. Real quick, right before we go, I'm going to let Garn grab the camera, and I'm going to bring my beautiful wife in here, who's a Michigan fan as well.
Oh, boy.
Game day pick.
Yeah.
Come on in, baby.
Yeah, let's get her in.
All right, so. Oh. All right, Steve. So, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Gotta love it. Steve says hi. So Amy was raised a Michigan fan. Her dad went to the University of Michigan, and we have the house divided sign in the house. We got Notre Dame, we got Michigan. So I gotta ask you, Dave, I'm not gonna make you predict the score.
I think Michigan's going to win by 3.
She thinks Michigan's gonna win by 3. And you know what? She's a true superstar, Steve. She barely gets to watch the Wolverines because she's always chasing after our 2-year-old Levi.
Right.
So excited that she gets to watch this game in person today. And she does it all.
Hey, look. Well, Amy, it's going to be a long drive back for you, dear. I'm so sorry. But, at least you've been there, and you will have experienced a great game in the atmosphere. So take it all in. It's a glorious day. It's win-win.
It's going to be fun, man. Steve, we appreciate you. From Ann Arbor, we're going to sign off. And, hey, let's go watch some history made today.
All right. Okay, man, that's Garrison Diehl, man. And with that said, man, I'm going to bring in Marty Bihn. Man, he is chilling in fantastic the Bahamas. This dude is in the Bahamas. When I grow up, I'm going to be like Marty Bihn. Marty, welcome into the show today. How the hell are you? I see how you are. I don't have to ask.
I'm out tailgating with some friends. We're getting ready to set a new tradition here. We're going to have a little fresh conch salad for the game. So that's what we're out doing. That's my
okay.
That's my dear friend James going to get some appetizers for us. About 12 feet of water.
Oh my goodness, man! Oh my goodness, you are living the life that I need to be chilling in right now, brother.
You got to bring the band down, man. That'd be fun.
See, there we go. Yeah. Well, hey, look here, man. I've had all of these Michigan guys on here, man. I've had 2 of them now today.
I had to listen to some of that. It's okay. It's okay to have Michigan fans as friends. You just have to talk slower to them. That's all.
Yeah.
True. By the way, you know what one moron says?
Duh.
2 morons?
Duh.
You know what about 110,000 morons are going to say today?
Duh.
That's all you got to know.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Hey, look here, Marty. Let's look at 5 keys to a Buckeye win today, okay, man. And we are realistic about it, man. And the biggest key when you look at this thing, it's got to be the Buckeye defense, man. We got to start with the Buckeye defense overall, and then we'll get into particulars. But overall, you got to look at the Buckeye defense, man. Your thoughts?
They have to stop the run, and they cannot give up the big plays over the top all at the same time. So there's got to be a little respect, because last year a couple of those big plays that they busted hurt bad, kind of broke the back. But you have to stop the run first and foremost. I think you have to make Michigan throw the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely do, man. The thing about it, man, as far as I see, that's one of the stops in particular that I'm saying when you get to keys in particular. One of them, man, we got to stop the best 1-2 punch in college football, man. That's Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards, man. So you're spot on that one. Key number 2, Marty, is got to be containing J.J. McCarthy. If you can make the run game very mortal, then you'll have a better chance at making this guy have to beat you deep, man. And if that happens, I like the Buckeyes' chances.
Well, so I think what you have to do is you have to stop the run initially to take away the play action threat, because a lot of what he likes to do feeds off the play action. And especially if you can get that offense behind the chains, I think they're very, very average when they're behind the chains.
Okay, and then Marty, when I look at the X factor, man, the obvious, man, is Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, all he has to do is, as you have fans already agreeing with everything that you say, Marty. That's what Miss Lane is saying. Shauna Lane, one of our listeners, says, I agree with everything Marty says. So there you go, Marty. At least somebody listens to you and somebody likes you, right?
Let me give you the Marvin Harrison double X factor. He's got to get the ball in the end zone, not just moving the chains. Right? Ohio State cannot come away with a bunch of field goals. They got to get touchdowns when it matters. And I think Marvin Harrison is going to be a key to that. You can't trade field goals all day and keep it close. You don't want that. You want touchdowns.
Speaking of that, the other X factor is the other guy that has to deliver those touchdowns. Man, Al McCord has to be an X factor today. He's going to have to make it.
Well, those little nuances, the little timing things or whatever, can't happen today. You got to be on your game. You cannot turn the ball over. And the reality is, if Ohio State controls the ball, they control the game, and they win going away. So he really isn't. I mean, you talked about it last. He's the man today. I think this ball's on his shoulder.
Well, I think the guy, man, that makes the biggest difference in the game is Travion Henderson. I mean, this guy has to be Travion because he has big play capability. He can hit his head on the goalpost at any moment, man. I really like Trey Henderson, and I think he is definitely a key in this one.
Well, how many backs do we see on a day-to-day basis that are true home run hitters every time they touch the ball? And to me, even compared to the 2 Michigan backs who are absolutely workhorses, he's one of the few people that can take it 80 yards at any time. And that's just an X factor that most teams don't have.
Right. And then one last thing, man. You know, the Ryan Day factor, man. Hey, man, if Day drops this one, man, man, we've got Texas A&M, man, lurking in the woods, man. They're big sea fishing right now. They're hoping that Michigan wins this game because they know the pressure will be on Ryan Day. That that seat will be not just warm, it'll be damn hot, and they'll be Buckeyes will have to do something, man. Man, your thought on this? I mean, he can't lose to an interim coach, man.
No, so here's the thing. I just hope he doesn't John Cooper it. That's a verb at my house. That's where you make such a big deal out of this thing that you all of a sudden change up all the things you do good because you try to get cute in the biggest game of the year. Just do what you do. It'll be fine. And I worry that all this talk and all the pressure, he's going to try and do stuff that shouldn't be done. There's no need for that. On paper, Ohio State's a better team. I'm sorry, it just is. Go do what you do. Yeah, good point.
Okay, and then, hey, man, I know who you got, but, man, hey, man, tell me how this thing's going to play out.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I really do. I think maybe 27-16 Ohio State. I think those other ones are too high. I think early on the nerves are going to get to some people. You're going to see some little sloppy plays, maybe some penalties you shouldn't see. I think it's going to get real chippy early, and then they're going to settle down. So 27-16, of course, the Ohio State University.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you know, man, I've been doing a lot of Ohio State, Michigan hype videos. I got a big one, man, right now. Check this out.
Clicks, 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 they'll do anything to get a few. Tick, 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 that's the sound before my head explodes. Quick, 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 look at you up on your pedestals. Quick, 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 hear the critics come, it's time to go. I read your article, it kinda hurt me. I don't know who hired you or what your friends say in your circle, but the fact that you released it tells me two things are for certain. They get paid for trashing people, I get paid cause I stay working. Drop the search and they emerge up out of nowhere to the surface, just a peek behind the curtain, throwing salt at all my burdens. I'm aware I shouldn't give this my attention. Life's a journey, I should just stay on my path and learn to laugh. You think they heard me? Ears are burning, put them out. Quiet, quiet, look around. Why don't they find someone way more interesting to write about? Us, we're kind of boring, aren't we? All we do is whine and pout. It's confusing, so amusing how I argue with myself. Hello. I spit it to be, so leave it to me. You gotta believe I'm on a rampage and I'm ready to release. I'm feeling the week, I'm probably gonna have to achieve another goal. Let me go when I'm over the beat. I go into beast mode like I'm ready to feast. I'm fed up with these thieves trying to get me to bleed. They wanna see me taking out. Yep, see what I mean? How many records I gotta give you to get with the program? Take it for granted, I'm about to give you the whole plan. Open your mind up and take a look at the blueprint. Debate if you got it, but gotta hold it with both hands. Look at the bars, you gotta be smart. You really gotta dig in your heart if you wanna get to the root of an issue. Pursuing the mental could be dark and be difficult, but the payoff at the end of it can help you to get to it. I paid my dose, made it through. Woo, woo, woo. Spread the nose, I'm on the lows. Woo, woo, woo. Making moves, I need some room. Woo, woo, woo. Always cold, well, don't assume, don't assume. I'm the truth, oh, they want some proof here. Don't be rude, something new. Even when I lose, I make it look cool. Do the show, then we hit the room. I just look at, oh, what to do. I don't need the shades up to like the view. It's time to get back in the swing of things. When my life crashes, I'm not the guy that'll flee the scene. I'll take ownership and own it and raise my hand if it's me. Just remember though, I'm only a man, I'm a human being. Don't they see? Shoot the breeze, I'd rather just stay discreet. People claim they're in your corner, but leave you in times of need. They don't listen, do they? What? They don't listen to anything. I'll accept advice if it's not presented ignorantly. Look, costs are high, they multiply, the cost divides, I'm forced to fight. The poison I've been sipping on is quite the bite. It killed me twice, they rigged the lights so y'all can see the parts of mine that aren't your right. See, often I apologize and authorize the awful times to pop up. Like I'm right behind you, I'd advise you not to try to climb inside the mind like I do. Keep the rhyme book expedited, overnighted, hold it tight and hope the time is on my side. Cause if it's not, then I'll decide to override my own demise. I told the line too close and I could improvise. I'd empathize, but recognize the fact that I could jeopardize some record lives. You better give me your attention. They said the kid knows I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room. Always cold, well don't assume, don't assume. Pay my dose, made it through. Spread the nose, I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room.
That don't get your blood boiling ready for the game, man. Nothing will, man. Man, it don't get much better than this, man. It is game day. I got Mortgage Marty Bihn in the house. Man, he's out on the water somewhere in the Bahamas, just chilling with all of his people. Oh, my gosh, man. What a sight. Man, I'm jealous right now, man. It don't get much better, Marty.
It's a good place to tailgate. That's all I got to say. It's a good place to tailgate.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. You're not kidding, man. So, man, you know, when you look at all of the distractions around the Michigan program, man, and there's been a lot of them, man. You know, the sign stealing scandal, man. Harbaugh suspended, but really, is he really suspended, man? I mean, man, he freaking coached the team all the way up until he's just not going to be with him on game day. Is that going to make a big deal today?
No, I mean, they've been using his motivation dang near the whole year. Listen, he ain't going to be back. You and I talked about this. This sets up for him to go to the NFL, be a victim, play that card forever. He'll be a hero in Michigan forever. Michigan fans are going to cry that he was persecuted and wronged and all that. I mean, it sets up perfect for him, the way he behaves and the way he is as a person. He pulled the same stuff when he wanted to get out of San Francisco. Steve, he's leaving. I'm telling you, he's leaving. Bet that. Whatever that handicap is, bet that Harbaugh's leaving. Bet it.
Yeah. Hey, man, man, you got any final thoughts, man, on the game, man?
So yeah, at some point in time, all the things we just talk about won't matter. Somebody's going to hit somebody in the mouth, and they're just going to play football, because in this rivalry, that's really what happens. And I think all these other distractions and so on, they don't matter. It's going to be a dang good football game. And, you know, at the end of the day, listen, I want all my Michigan fans to hear this. I might be the only Ohio State fan that roots for Michigan every week of the year except for one, this week. And the reason for that is so we can have games like today. And if you're a true Ohio State, Michigan, Big Ten fan, this is exactly the kind of Ohio State, Michigan game you want. You don't want 4-9 Michigan. You don't want any of that. You want Michigan to be dang good. And this is what I love. I love games like today.
And then here's the thing, Marty. This is the last time that it's winner take all, because next year they're gonna allow more teams in, and number 2 meet number 3 Buckeyes Michigan. But who cares? They're both gonna make the playoffs anyway.
The loser's got to play one more game and whoop up on some middle of the road SEC team and then go on from there. I mean, it doesn't matter. So this is the last year it's going to matter like this, and it's a lot of dang fun when it matters like this. I'm sorry.
It really is, man. Hey, man, man, who, in your opinion, is playing the best football in the country right now?
It's hard to not say Georgia, because they seem like they're healthy again. They got everybody back they want. It's hard for me to pick against them. But if Ohio State comes out and puts a whooping on Michigan today, and then, you know, takes the over against Iowa in the snooze fest that will be the Big Ten championship game, it might be hard not to argue the Buckeyes.
Listen, number 1 in the country, I'm telling you, whoever wins this game today will be number 1 when the poll comes out on Tuesday. Period. End of story. Because they'll have the best win in college football. Now, if it's Ohio State, it'll be their 3rd top 10 win. So that would really catapult them. They've already, man, shown that they've had the stuff to be over Georgia based on what their schedule has already shown. But you know, the winner of this game undoubtedly will be number 1.
100%. And SEC fans, don't tell me about Georgia beating Alabama in the championship game. I don't want to hear anything about all that. Whoever wins this game and then wins the Big Ten championship is the number 1 seed in the college football playoff. End of story. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Marty, I'm going to let you get out of here, man. But, hey, I went out to the streets to get picks from the streets. And this is what they had to say. Who's going to win, Ty?
Ohio State by 5.
Okay.
Blue, Michigan by 4. My name's Josh.
Okay.
Go Blue. Michigan by 10.
Who you got? Who you like, Ralph?
I like Ohio State.
Okay. Close game?
I say by 8.
Okay. It is the game that we've all been waiting for. We've waited. Buckeye fans have waited over 365 days to be able to have the chance to redeem themselves. Was it just them cheating? Was that the reason? Was the scandal really the deal? Well, today the Buckeyes have the chance to erase all of those doubts, okay, in my mind and in everybody's mind. This here is going to be a knockdown, drag-out affair. And when it all comes down, people, I'm going to give you, again, the top keys that you need to watch out for. The number one key in this game that we have to look out for is the 1-2 punch of the Michigan Wolverines. They have the best 1-2 punch in all of college football, running the football. Make no mistake about it. The Buckeye defense has to stop their counterplay, and they can do that. But when Michigan has been at its best, they break those counterplays outside for big plays. The Buckeyes have to stop those. The Buckeyes have not given up any big plays defensively all year. That will look to continue today. If you do that, then you're going to put the game on J.J. McCarthy's shoulders. That's going to be what we're going to look to do. We're going to make him make a believer out of us. If you're a Buckeye fan, that's what you want to see. Then, when the Buckeyes have the ball, your X factor has to take control of the game. Marvin Harrison Jr. can win the Heisman Trophy today. If he puts up the numbers that he's been putting up, I expect nothing less. People, you've been talking about Kyle McCord. All he's done is win football games. Well, he's going to have to be an X factor today, okay? Today, you're right. He's going to have to show up and show out. And the one thing that has been missing all year is the guy who we have had to wrap in bubble wrap, Travion Henderson. Travion Henderson has the big play capability to be able to take the ball the distance every time he touches the football. He is the X factor in this game. I think he is the reason why the Buckeyes can have a big day and why they will win. Well, it's real simple, people. The Michigan Wolverines think that it's a game. The Ohio State Buckeyes think it's a damn fight. And that is the difference in this one. It is all about the brotherhood. And if you don't know about the brotherhood, you don't know about being a Buckeye brother, well then you don't think it's real, you might want to pay attention to what I'm getting to show you. But the reason that Ohio State is going to win this game is because they think it's a game. We think it's a damn fight. It is a fight to the finish. It's called the brotherhood. The reason the Buckeyes win.
Play our best football in November. That is our goal. What a great moment to be here. We talk about the brotherhood, and I know everybody asks what is the brotherhood. It's really defined in 3 words. It's fight. That's not just a street fight. I mean, that's a backyard fight. We're going in to make sure you understand who we are. And the second word is trust. That we have to trust each other, brotherhood, the guy next to me, not the guy in front of me, but the guy beside me, that he will play as hard as he can. And the last phase, the word is rise. When we finish fighting, trusting, then we got a chance to rise and be the best team in all of college football. Have no fear, no fear. Have ultimate confidence your brother got your back every play. I don't care what we got to do. We got to write this week in stone right here. Write it in stone, leave no doubt, man. If you love the game, and if you love your brother, you play your heart out every single snap. You're feared by how violently you play.
It's really simple. It's been a message all week. How hard can you play for your brother? Remember your purpose. Remember why you're here, man. Each and
Every one of you are chosen to be here tonight. Let's go fight. Let's go hit somebody. Do your job. Do your job. Do your job. Let's get it. Turn out 3. 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? They think it's a game. It ain't a game. It's a damn fight. That's what's going to happen today. It's going to be a fight. I feel good about the way the Buckeye defense has been trending. I've been telling you about that all year. People, that if you really listen to me, it's the Buckeye defense and the way that they've grown up, the inability, not giving up big plays this year. They gave up big plays, monumental plays all through last year. Well, Jim Knowles took account of that. They have really lessened that. They have squads the defense. They understand gaps. They understand the scheme. They understand the game plan that is being asked of them now. I'm starting to see guys that have been there that are starting to play up to their potential. Plus, the big thing last night, the Buckeye Hoops team took it to Alabama. That is a great sign, man, of what's to come today. So the reason that I feel like the Buckeyes will win today and the Buckeyes will be number 1 in the country on Tuesday, it's going to be a great day today. Have no fear. The Buckeyes are here. I love the Buckeyes. And Ryan Day, you can relax. You're still going to have to answer questions because you didn't beat Jim Harbaugh per se, even though it counts against his record. You didn't beat him per se, but you at least get that monkey off your back for right now. So, man, thanks for joining us, man. The hour edition, man. It's been a hype weekend, man. I hope all of my videos got you hyped for the game leading up into the game. Man, I can't wait for this one. Monday, I'll talk about the game, and I'll talk about everything that happened over the weekend and tell you what we learned. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the content, man. I know you're watching because I see you watching. I see the numbers are going, but make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. That helps me get more numbers, get more notoriety with not just Facebook, but with YouTube. So if you can help me out, man, just tell a friend to bring a friend. And then I will see you Monday for the recap show. For all of my guests today, Floyd Campbell, appreciate you, man, coming in. I appreciate Mortgage Marty Bihn from the Bahamas, man. What can I say? And then from Michigan Stadium, my main man, Garrison Diehl. All of my guys showed up. Appreciate you for your content. And until next time, I wish you love and I wish you peace. Chuck them deuces.
Come on. Told you I got you. Wanna talk about the game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Safe boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is, the real sports guy in the sand. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, don't have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, and it's over. OVA.